I like her alternate costume. She's got that bright purple. I like that. What do I want to look at first? I guess just her standing ones. Auto, center. Let's look. 1, 2, 4, and a low jab. So she doesn't have a lot of command normals, it looks like. Let's check this move list again. Look at that. She doesn't have very many command normals. Okay, cool. Stand 1. Stand 1, 7 frames. Pretty basic. Wow, compared to some of these other guys now that I've played as a lot of other ones, I don't know how swift I think her walk speed is anymore. Stand 1, it's a high. +2, okay. +2. And then, also +2. -4. It's mid-mid. Alright, 1, 2, mid-mid. 1, 2, mid-mid, +2. 7 and or 8 frames. We don't know yet. She's got it down 1. 7 and or 8 frames. -8. So these all seem to say that they start in 7 frames and they're -8 on block. Whether or not you can get a true punish. Maybe this is worth testing with every character to see if they coded it correctly. So let's see. She whiffs, so there's such pushback anyway. There's such pushback, even if you can punish it. Maybe they don't want you punishing down ones on block. There's such pushback. Look at that, and then it flipped and it said block advantage 7. So weird. So weird. Alright, look at the dummy. Who are you calling a dummy? So 1, 2, 4. Okay, not bad. 1, 2, 4. And then a down 1. And then 2, 1, 4. So 1, 2, 4, and then 2, 1, 4. And you can do them on whiff. That's important. Being able to swing strings on whiff, that's important. 9 frames. What does that say? -6? That's okay, I guess. -2. Why would you want to do that instead of... Why would you want to do 2, 1 instead of 1, 2? 1, 2 is +2 on block, and it keeps you stationary, so... What is the total recovery? 18. Now what about 2, 1? 22. So this moves you forward, and it's less safe, and takes longer. Yeah, I don't know. That knocks down. Let's reset her. 1, 2, 4. 2, 1, 4. Maybe on hit. Maybe on hit you can set up a safe jump. Nah, not really. I like the stage. Let's make her block. 2, 1, 4. +6. Okay. And it's high, mid, mid. Alright, there's the use. Finishing the string. High, mid, mid. 9 and or 10 frames. Alright. So I like 1, 2, and 2, 1, 4 if you're going to finish it. Pretty good. What's her uppercut? A mid uppercut would be crazy. If they're high, though. So pretty much they're just useful for anti-air, supposedly. Back 2, 1. What does this do? Firework display. Back 2 is 12. Back 2, 1's -6. I would not poke with this. That might be a combo ender. I would not poke with this. You already have 2, 2. Or I mean 2, 1, excuse me. You already have 2, 1, 4 if you want to advance really far forward, and it's super safe. Advantage even. So 1, 2 I like, 2, 1, 4 I like. Back 2, 1 I don't like. Maybe that's the hard knockdown ender. You could set up a cameo Okazami after that. Okazami, Okazami. You know, whatever. So far what does she have? She has very safe advantaged mid strings. Okay, what does that get? You're gonna need to set something up to open them up, right? You can advance forward, you can make contact, you're safe if not advantaged on block. Now what are you going to do? Where are mix-ups? So she's got to stand 3. 12, 0 on block. Alright, so you don't have to worry about accidentally trying to swing this and something going wrong. The last thing you want is a move that you have to use in certain situations, like a juggle or a setup or something. And then if you do it wrong, you're really unsafe, like you whiff, or you're really unsafe on block. So this being neutral on block helps her out. Doesn't do her, does her a favor, I guess. Doesn't do her any favors, however you want to say it. Back 3-4. And then she has this, I like this. This is the move that they were talking about in the tutorial section. So this is really great to get in. Is it a mid? It is. It's a forward advancing mid. It might hop over lows a little bit. It's back 3. And it's +3. So then let's see. Let's record this. So I want to see if I can do like any lows underneath. I gotta wait for her to do it. Counter hit. Alright, well, that doesn't really count. Counter hit, so it's not gonna go over lows. It's not gonna go over lows. Let's see her dodge again. You gotta wait for her to dash. I gotta wait for her to dash. Alright, so it's not gonna go over lows. Okay, it's not gonna go over lows, but it's still not nothing. Back 3. And then you have back 3-4. Get out of here, get out of here. Then you have back 3-4. Mid into a low. What's the low? Do my eyes deceive me? +7? So that should be a guaranteed down 1, huh? If it starts in 7 frames, huh? Let's try it. I still got off the ground. I can backdash. Woo. I can backdash. I can jump. I got off the ground. So that's the thing about these framed. I mean, let me try it again. Can I get counter hit? I mean, I'm sure I can get counter hit something. Backdash you. So I don't know. Trying to set up guaranteed stuff with the dummies and the models is a little bit tough because I can't trust. It's not just the frame data; it's the timing of your command. Did you really perfectly time it with 1 frame of exact perfect precision that you have to buffer this input that's got to trap them afterwards? Because it's like if something is +9. And you have a 9-frame move, that's neutral. They can get out. But if something is +9 and you have an 8-frame move, that's 1 frame where you can guarantee you can activate and get this off, and they have to respect it. What is it on hit? On hit, it's 12. So what else does she have on 12? I mean... So, technically off a down 1, you could get guaranteed 2-1. And then be -2 instead of just +12 to do something else. I don't know. The way you want to think about setting something up, like you're going to have to test it and see, not just does the data align. The data says I'm allowed to do this. I'm allowed to start something with perfect precision, and it's guaranteed to make contact. The data says I'm allowed. I can time my inputs and execute my commands well enough to perform this supposed trap, and then in the strategy of the opponent's mind, it follows a course of thought that they would want to block it or they would want to try and escape, and their escape would get countered by this supposed trap. So when you think you have something, you're really going to have to test it, because this game, 3D modeling and collision, strings and cancels, 3D game startup and hit levels, it's going to be tough. I can tell testing stuff in this is going to be way tougher than Street Fighter. So let's look at this move list. What else did I just look at? Here, back 3-4. So back 3-4. +7. All right, I like that. Back 3-4. All right. 1-2, 2-1-4. So like you do this. You do down 1 on hit, 2-1-4. 2-on-4 puts you at 6. You know, you could just do 2-on-4 all day long. How would we be doing 2-on-4 all day long? So then let's see if she can armor, if that's a true string and she can armor through it. And then we'll hold this. So, what do I have? Reversal, and she beat me. Let's see. But I could get it off, though. Let's see. Look, I was able to armor through it. That sucks. That's a lot less interesting. So 2-on-4 can be armored through. I wonder how you could figure that out. I wonder how you could figure that out. Like, using the frame data. 2-1 is only -2. 2-1-4. Why? Because it has such startup? 2-1 is -2. But what's the cancel advantage? Cancel advantage is 17. And then the startup's 27 on the 4. So technically, 2-on-4, between the second and third hits, the 2 and the 4, that's 10 frames. That's like 10 frames of startup. If I can calculate that right. There's like 10 frames between, there's a 10 frame gap between 2 and 4 in that string. You look at the cancel advantage of the 2-1 string, 20. You look at the cancel advantage of the 2-1 string, 17. And then you subtract that maybe from the startup of the last hit in the string, the 4. That's the way I'm going to try and calculate it to test this. And then what is her back forward 4? It's 14, but I can put armor on it. And so if you can use armor, you have 10 frames to start. I don't know. That's kind of weird. But, you know, it's kind of weird. Because the armor is on frame 1, probably. So you can try and use an arm move to slip through. That's interesting. All right. But still, 1-2, 2-1-4. I don't like back 2-1. I like back 3-4. I like back 3-4. Let's try and armor through this. That's something, because so it seems like everything has been a real combo on hit, but on block, is it a true block string? You know? That's a low. Look at that, I can go through there too. So if you're tired of trying to, if you're tired of blocking pressure that winds up leaving your opponent safe, you should try and find a place to armor through it. So back 3 is what? 16, cancel advantage 16. Minus startup, so it's basically 11 frames. And we don't know if that is really the count of the startup, or if that's, you see what I'm saying? It's 7 frames to start, but then does it become active on the 7th frame and it's active for 2 frames, or does it become active on the 8th frame and then it's active for 2 frames? This is what I'm saying. Startup is 7 frames. It's a 7-frame move. Yeah, okay. Is it active on frame 7? Because then startup will be 6. You see what I'm saying? Startup is 7 frames. It is active for 2 frames. And then it recovers after the active frames for 18 on width. That's how it works. That's how that's calculated. So does it become active on frame 7, or does it become active on frame 8? Right? Because then you have to, what's the total animation for this? Is it 7 frames to start, then 2 active, 9. And then 18 is what, 27? Let's look at the fucking moves. Let's look at the advanced view. Look, startup 7, active recovery. That's on width. That's total animation. Cancel advantage to cut off the startup of the move you canceled into. Hit advantage, block advantage, flawless block advantage. Flawless block advantage seems the same, so it doesn't seem that that's something else. It doesn't seem that flawless blocking something reduces the block stun. It just seems to take away chip damage. I'm really curious how up block works too. Wow, she looks good up blocking. She's like, get up, back here. Back it up, back it up. What else was I looking at? Her normals. Her normals. Back 3-4 I like, except that it's not a real combo. Boo. Lions pounds. Forward. So this is something that the tutorial set goes over. Wow, this is something the tutorial set goes over lows. It's also an overhead. It's a forward advancing overhead. And it's -7. How close are they to punish this? I'm not nearly close enough to do anything, really. Alright, interesting. So, and that's what forward. So that's a good way to think about it. What about her stand 3 is kind of mediocre. Maybe it's a corner combo, who knows. Back 3 is definitely advantage and safe. Maybe you should just think about doing like 2-1, 1-2, like anything that's not gap ridden. Because why do you need back 3-2 so bad? You could start out just doing back 3 to get in, and then when you realize they don't retaliate, or I keep a very safe, risk-averse strategy going first, and I start to kind of feel myself in flow when I say they're not going to do anything. So you could start out doing back 3, and then when you realize they're never going to retaliate against it, then you can transition into back 3-4, adding a low, +7 advantage. You know, down 1 all day. Yeah, go from +7 to -8. That's what you want to do. I would just do it again. Maybe do a real low. That's what you could do. You could do back 3 and then a real low, like back 4. What else does she have? So then she has this overhead. You could do that too. Back 3, back 4. Or I mean, excuse me. Back 3, forward 3. They're looking for back 3-4, the low. Oh, they might armor through it though, so no, that doesn't really work. You see how I'm undoing my own strategies as I'm thinking of them? Because you would go, oh, maybe they'll be afraid to block the low. Yeah, maybe they will be afraid to block the low. And so if they transition into a low block, you'll get them off an overhead. Yeah, maybe. Or they could just try and say, fuck you, and armor through it. If they have a safe armor move, God, I hope not. God, I hope not. 4-3. And then you can hold it to cancel. Oh, boy. How many frames of disadvantage is that, though, on whiff? Maybe that's a good starting move. You know, on a knockdown. Instead of walking forward. Maybe like a Cammy hooligan, maybe? Cammy flip, maybe? That always gets me. Is she going to do the dive, the arc kick, the low, and then the stiletto stab? 9 frames. What is that? That's -8. That's a -8. Don't get it twisted. That's a -8. +13 hit advantage. They're in such hit stun. You can still whiff a throw. They're in such hit stun you can still whiff a throw. Beautiful. No throw on hit. What else? 4-3, 1-2. It's a high. 4-3. Double hitting high mid. That's a -2. 4-3-4 is something. +3. Alright, I like that. I guarantee you there's a gap. Let's see. Of course, why wouldn't there be? Motherfucker. Alright, 4-3-4. There's a gap, unfortunately. And then what does she have? 4-3, 1-2. So she can kind of, and you have to dial that in. This is one of those instances that Smoke had where she has a supposed, look, she has a supposed 2-hit string and a 4-hit string. This 4 hits is mandatory. You can't just do circle X square, which would be 4, 3, 1. You can't do it 3 hits. So you can kind of use the first 2 hits to confirm, and then dial in the 1, 2 later. Dial in the last 2 hits of the string later. I guess that eliminates the gap. Well, why would you want to do... I don't know why you would want to just start poking with standing 4, 3. I like back 3, and I like 2, 1 way more. Or 1, 2. 1, 2 and back 3 would be much more useful to you than 4, 3. Like, because what is this? This is 10. That's 7. That's 17, but it's forward advancing. They're not going to be able to really trade with it. I like back 3 a lot. I like back 3 a lot. I also like back 4 a lot. I would I would dare them to armor through this sooner. Because, like, 1, 2, 4, that's pretty obviously armorable. And same with this. Same with 4, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4 and 4, 3, 4 are like... And what's the advantage? 3? Like, how much advantage do you need? Like, standing 1, 2 already gives you 3 frames of advantage. How badly do you need... You know what I mean? Like, how badly do you need 6 frames of advantage compared to 3? How badly do you need 3 frames of advantage compared to 2? So I like back 3. And I like 1, 2. And I even like back 3, 4. More so than... Yeah, 2, 1, 4, I guess, 6 frames. You could dial it in. If they don't have meter, you're free to pressure them that way. I don't want to look at their meter. I'm kind of... That's one of the flaws in my game. I don't look at the opponent's meter as much as I should. 4, 3, 4. And then 4, 3, 1, 2. And again, a lot of this is less about combos and more about strings that are safe to just pressure with. To try and hit them, land a hit, and convert a hit. How are you going to land a hit is beyond me. It's like... And the good thing about this game, chip damage, is you can comfortably swing with moves and feel rewarded for trying to attack. You don't. It's like in Street Fighter, without chip damage or block damage, you're really disincentivized to swing moves because you're going to get whiff punished. And it's like, what's your reward? Some frame advantage? Who cares? But in this game, like, frame advantage is big. Lows and overheads to open up and convert into combos, whether it's a juggle or cameo combo, that's big. And block damage on pressure is big. So knowing the frame data and knowing the move list and the hit levels of your opponents, there's a lot to consider. Even though it's like the Footsies and the attacking is like a 3D game with the hit levels and the frame data, but the crazy specials and the space control is like a 2D game. That's why I've always liked MK. So what else am I looking at here? I got the 4, so let's do back and forward or sweep. That's neutral. Didn't she have something else that was good? So it seems like characters down 3s are not very good. It's almost, yeah, I don't know. Their back 4s are almost better than their... That's, what is that? -6 on block. And what is that? 10 frames. So why do her down 4 when you can do back 4? Is it gonna hit? Let's try and make it whiff and see if it works. Alright, so down 4 has slightly more range than back 4. I still like back 4 though. What's the total animation? Like 42, let's say? And what about this? Yeah, okay. Down 4's got better range, a little bit faster to recover. I like back 4 though. I like the sweeps. It keeps them down low longer. Sweeping is good because it ducks your character. Down 3 seems shitty in this game. They don't really... They're slow. It's like down 3s are slower. They aim a little bit higher. Maybe that's useful, but they're slower. They're not safe. I don't know. And down 4s are like shorter almost, but they're more advantaged on block. Weird. So they want us using down 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s in a unique way in this game. What else am I looking at here? Forward 4. That's okay. That's her big combo starter. So what's just the low? The low is -11. And it's low overhead. Double 4, 4, double circle, circle, low overhead. No way. and that's -6. And then forward 4-3 is the launch. So forward 4-3 is the launch. That's very unsafe. Just doing forward 4 is also unsafe. So forward 4-4, why would you poke with this? It's low overhead. Can you hit confirm it? Can you hit confirm it into the launch? Nah, not really. You really got to be looking for it. Kind of. You really got to be looking for it, though. Not really. So why would I like 4-4? Let's see if there's a gap. I gotta block low. Oh my god, dude. That's tough to do, but still. Oh my god, dude. Poor Lee May. I mean, good luck, though. Good luck, though. Good luck armoring through that one. So, 1-2. 2-1-4 is okay. Back 3 is really great. What else did she have? Her forward... Okay, her forward 4 is good. Would you... I would not just be doing forward 4. Her forward 3 is very good. That's an overhead that's tough to punish. Goes over lows. I like her down... I like her back 4. Her down 4 is okay, I guess. Oh, this stand 4 string? Let's see. I don't think so. Wow, you can armor through that too? That's bullshit. Alright, so then, what the fuck good is standing 4-3? Not very good for anything. Alright, her 4 moves are weak. I like 1, and I like 3. I like her 1 button and a 3 button. I don't like her 4 button. Sweep is nice. You can armor through that. I would do this. I would do this. To be honest with you, I would do this. Forward 4-4, low overhead, -6. The timing for armoring through that is way tougher. Because let's look at what that is. 17 cancel advantage into 21. So this one starts way faster than, let's say... This one starts way faster than, let's say... Yeah, 2-1-4. Or, 4-3-4. Like those ending kicks have 20+ frames of startup. Forward 4-4? Nah. So I would use this. I would use it. I would probably use this to start seeing... I would use this to check and see if they're willing to try and armor through moves. Are you willing to try and spend meter to armor through a move? Because you're not going to get much off this. I would be doing this all the time. It's a forward advancing low overhead mix-up, and it's -6. I would do it, and then I would do back 3. And then I would do back 3, and I would do forward 4. I would do back 3-4. Because, yeah, I would be doing that all day. Alright, alright. So Lee May has safe punch pressure with mids, and then she's got safe lows and overheads to land hits and knock down. Maybe she kind of chips away at them, chopping away at them. What else do I want to see? Is that it? Forward. So we saw that. The down 4. Let's look at her jumps. Let's look at her jumps. She might be the last one I do, but let's look at the jumps. Move list. I think it's been productive so far to see their strings and to see their frame data, what options they have, how safe everything they do is. I still don't know who I'll play, but that's fine. That's neither here nor there for you. Jump 1, 3, 4. Alright, I like that. Triple kick. I like the air string for the kicks. You can end it... I don't know if you can end it a little bit early. I don't know if you can end it a little bit early and juggle too much. 2-1. 2-1-2. And then 2-1, 2-1. Damn, her face is bloody. I like that. 2-1, 2-1. She floats real far. Wow, that just land. Just jump 2, stand. Wow. Jump 2, stand 2. Huh. Alright, interesting. What else did you have? 1-3, 1-3-4. Can you combo off that in the corner? Alright, so maybe just a single jump punch, either button. We'll juggle them if you want to re-land and juggle them again. And then, she has a jump kick. It seems to be the same both ways. Let's make them stand. Let's make them also block all. That's the thing I didn't like. I didn't like her trying to get a cross-up jump from her. I didn't really like that. Sometimes cross-up jump's tough. 7 frames, 8 frames, 10 frames, 12. Maybe you like her her jump 2 string more, because you can just do jump 2-1, 2-1 and kind of figure it out. I even felt that when she was jumping, continuing to combo off jump 2 was better, because she almost fell further down. She didn't get juggled as high. Like, landing, look at that, landing a neutral jump 1, landing a jumping 1 punch is kind of weird. They almost pops them up way too high. But a jump 2, which is like an air-to-air, kind of makes it a little bit easier to land on them. Pretty much everything combos in the corner, though. That doesn't fucking count. Anything can combo in the corner. The move list. Oh, then I wanted to see, we want block all. What's the frame advantage from a jump kick? So still, it's sort of like 8 to 12, depending on how deep you get it. And then maybe, if it's a high cross-up, it's like 7. 5, 6, 7 on a high cross-up. 5, 6, 7 on a cross-up. And then 5, 6, 7 on a cross-up with 8 being the deepest you could probably get it. Oh, you can get 10. Jump 2, 9. And then the deeper it goes... So if you're activating it, like, below their head, it'll be like 9, 10, 11, 12. You 10, 11, 12. And then if you're falling on their head, it'll be like 8, 9, 10 in front, 5, 6, 7, cross up. So then you need to be thinking, well, if they do a deep cross up, I'm not going to be able to challenge. I don't know. I think you should be challenging cross ups. Block advantage 5. That's nothing. So if they do like a high or shallow cross up jump, you should be challenging. And then if they do a deeper cross up, maybe cross up kick is better, because it'll autocorrect better, and you can do it deeper and push them away. Maybe cross up kick. Maybe I like that. And a kick, usually the jump punch is for pressure and combos, and the jump kick is to beat anti-air attempts. Kind of like the way Ryu would do a jump roundhouse versus a jump fierce. So I don't know, maybe challenge shallow cross-up punches, and then the neutral setups in like a setup where they knock you down, and then do like a deep jump kick or something. A neutral jump kick or neutral jump punch or something. Respect it in that 8 to 12 range, like what are you going to retaliate against? Probably not. You should probably respect them. And, you know, what are you going to challenge with? You're going to challenge with a down 1, maybe a down 3 or 4 if it ducks you low and you're blocking. So think about that. Because challenging with down 1 is like, I'm crouching, it's a mid, that doesn't really get me anything. I don't know. I see people doing down 1 all day. It's kind of pointless. The jump attacks. Let's look at opponent type auto. Let's look at her specials and we'll be done. Nova Blast. Nova Blast. Projectile -8. What about, that pops you forward. That's one of her combos. So... any of these fucking specials. God damn it. It's gonna be such a pain trying to combo off EX moves. I gotta find a consistent way to hit EX, because I always just get block instead. That's no good. Maybe try and hit the button first, and then press and hold block. I'm gonna have to train myself to press and hold the buttons rather than releasing them. Because I think like doing forward back and then tapping and releasing block is eating my inputs. And it's easy to practice in training mode, but when you're in the heat of battle, who knows? Oh, and she can do it in the air? Cool. How low can she do it? That's another thing like about some of these input shortcuts. Input shortcut says special moves require less directional precision. So let's listen to what that says. Less directional precision is on. What does that mean? It means that when I hold a diagonal, it counts as both the horizontal and the vertical input. So if I hold down, back, forward, I'll still get it. If she has a flip kick, that's... so if she has back, forward 1, I can hit down, back 1 and still get it. Well, not me because of my fucking sore fingers, but you could get it. You could get it off the diagonal because it counts. If you hold up, back, forward 1, you can also hit up, back, forward 1 instead of needing to hit up, back, then go to neutral, then hit back, then hit forward. So up, back, forward allows you to do moves as fast as possible, counting. She can't get it low enough to hit them, damn. It's not, I can't get it low enough to hit her. I can't, that's about as instant air as I could get it. Boy, they really know what they're doing. Maybe EX? Nope, alright, no instant air. But then also if you're crouching and blocking and you need this, this upper kick, it's the same thing like within Street Fighter shortcuts. You can just hit, I'm holding down, you could hit diagonal down back, down, diagonal down back, and you'll still get it. See that? So if you don't like that, if you're getting accidental inputs, you could turn that off. The other thing about alternate controls requiring more diagonals is like if you're Melina or Johnny and you have a back to down input and you're trying to walk around in space and do down moves and you're getting accidental like walk back, not punch when you're trying to do a crouch 1, you could turn that off. You could turn alternate controls on. So there's reasons to adjust all this stuff in the event that you're getting unwanted things. If you can't get something, check your buttons, check your execution, and then work on the timing. Like the inputs are getting logged. When do I need to time this? When do I need to time inputting the full string, or when do I need to time inputting the special attack to cancel? And then if you're getting accidental stuff, you're getting specials you don't want, or you're getting specials early in the string, adjust those options and adjust the delay timing. What am I looking at? Special. So she's got this projectile. I want to know, what is it? So EX is +2 on block. That's not bad. At least I'm advantaged. She has this floating lantern. I don't really know. Other than to protect the sky and prevent them from jumping. Like, to prevent them from jumping out of your pressure, I like that idea. It floats toward them. It makes them respect you and stay on the ground. You don't really need to like her, but you must respect her. So I think that concept is cool. You can also then use... you can, like, throw this up. I wonder if you can hold him and then throw it up and then release and float it. You know what I mean? You can try and do some double cameo shit where you're, like, trying to make them... Can I hold his knives? No, he just does it. Alright, so you can... and that's an ambush special, so I can throw that. Like, I can... knock you down, throw this. Let me try that again. Throw this, and then throw mine. Like, I could do this. If I could execute it, damn it. So, that's kind of a more interesting concept to think like you're stopping them from jumping. The upper kick. Another thing is you could use that. You You could use maybe them trying to armor through it. Oh, let me do that. Let me do that. Let me try that again. Oh, it's a low. It's a low. I can still go through it. All right. Well, I still would rely on forward 4-4 as some type of a mix-up. Her special, yeah, I like her EX special because it's a combo starter. How can you combo start off it? All right, and then you can use that to catch them. Forward 4-3 to catch them. She's got a lot of forward advancing moves. You can try, like if you're gonna, oh, you could do forward 3. I'm saying all these ideas and then they're not working. Fuck. But it's like that idea of I can use an enhancement to make the projectile safe, and then in the event that it interrupts something and hits, the fact that I can get a combo off that's pretty cool. Like, I could catch him with it. You could do something. Alright, so that drops. So, forward 4... Standing 4-3-4 will drop pretty much, so you want to do... Standing 4-3-1-2. I like her. I still like her. I think she's interesting. Safe pressure and also safe mix-ups. So she doesn't seem combo heavy, she seems poke heavy. That's pretty cool. Smoke seemed pressure heavy, even Kung Lao seemed pressure heavy, Li Mei seems poke heavy. That's cool. I like her. I think she's interesting. I think she's cool. Space control traps. Like with that lantern. I like that sky lantern. So she's got this uppercut. This has got to be super unsafe. What about enhanced? So using enhancement to make things safe. That's an interesting concept. What about you can't EX the lantern, I don't think. And then this shit is super unsafe. She has a nice dash. Maybe not her walk speed, but she has a nice dash. I see now why she lost that fight. So that's super unsafe. And even on, and see, that's the thing. You're gonna bait out an armor move and block it and punish it. So that's why you should start out just doing forward, like forward 4-4. I think is something you should be doing a lot. I think you should be doing that a lot. Back 3, 1-2, even 2-1-4. I don't know, maybe not 2-1-4, but 1-2, back 3. Didn't she have something else I liked? Forward 3. What's stand 3? It's just 12 frames. That's not really that exciting. Back 3 into forward 3 is what I like. Good luck punishing that. Maybe with a projectile. And her last special, let's see. So these armor moves, baiting them out and punishing them on block. If you know your opponent's strings that can be, that have gaps, you can armor through them. That seems to be a big thing in this game. It was like a rare thing in MK9. Now all of a sudden, gaps and strings is like in everyone's move list. And then air heel kick. What is this? What is that? Please tell me that's an overhead. Double overhead, minus 14. How low can I do it? Let's make her block everything. It's always 14. 13. What about just the second hit? What about just the second hit? Just one hit is still minus 12. So that's kind of weird. What is that, like an air ender? Let's make them jump. It's down back 4, right? Alright, you can't do it off the last hit in the string. Obey the law. So you gotta do 2-1-2. Maybe that's a nice ender. Maybe that's a nice... Nah, you can't really... I don't know. Maybe you could do... See, that's going to be weird. Like, you're going to have opportunities to call ambush cameos in combos, and you're going to need to call them before you end the combo, because then you're going to be recovering from your combo ender. So you want the ambush cameo, like, already out. Like, oh, maybe because I can hold him. I can hold Kano, and then do that. You know what I mean? Like, call him, and then... Or I can do, like... call him and then set this shit up. So it's kind of weird. Like, I can't do 2-1-2 ender and then call him. Oh, I can, really. So you're gonna have to set him up. Like, if you have, because look at the recovery on this. Look at the recovery on this. That's a lot of recovery, right? So you go 2-1-2 ender, call Kano, and he's covering me. He's covering me. Okazami, Okazami. Back 3. Forward mix-ups. Forward 3. Alright, pretty interesting. It's going to be Marvel 2 all over again, and I can't wait. Let's look. Is that it? Is that it for Lee May? So she has this air flip ender. That might be it for Lee May. I think that she's pretty interesting. I like her 1-2. I like her 2-1-4. It's alright. I like her back 3, her forward 3, and her forward 4-4. I like her specials. I like her lantern. I like her flip. And yeah, I like Lee May. Strong pokes, advantage pressure, and some safe high lows. So a real nice footsie character. I might try her out. Lee May.